Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, May 27th, 2016, around 6:54 in the morning, Berwick, Massachusetts. It's going to be a hot and humid day, some sun, some clouds, maybe some scattered thunder showers, which could be severe. Some news to report. Colorado Rockies beat the Boston Red Sox by a score of 8-2 on Wade Boggs' number 26 retirement night. Jackie Bradley Jr.'s hitting streak at 29 games ends, and Clay Buchholz got locked again. He sucks. Why don't they get rid of him? Bring him the bullpen. Also, other news, the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Tampa Bay Lightning by a score of 2-1 to win the Eastern Conference Championship, 4-3. The Prince of Wales Trophy. It's going to be the Penguins against the Sharks in Stanley Cup Finals on NBC, NBCSN, and CBC. Doc Emrick, Eddie Olczyk, and Pierre McGuire cover for NBC Sports. I wish it was Bob Costas and Al Michaels. And the Golden State Warriors beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by the score of 120-111 to avoid elimination. The series heads back to Oklahoma City for Game 6. The Thunder must win Game 6 in order to close out the Warriors, because if it goes back to Oracle Arena for Game 7, the Warriors are not going to lose. And there's been a report that Chris Berman, host of ESPN's Countdown, the pregame show for football for the ESPN, his contract's coming up in 2016, and he might retire at the end of the 2016 season. His agent denies that Chris Berman's going to retire, but we'll wait and see. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is about Starrcade 1995 WCW pay-per-view, the 13th annual Starrcade, which was held in Nashville, Tennessee at the Nashville Municipal Arena. The main event was a triple threat match with Flair versus Sting versus Lex Luger, with the winner facing off against Randy Savage for the WCW World title. Plus, it was WCW facing off against New Japan in a best-of-7 series. And there were two dark matches in the pay-per-view. The first dark match was Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, Feel the Bang, and Self High Five facing off against Dave Sullivan with Ralph the Rabbit, and DDP made short work of Dave Sullivan with the Diamond Cutter. And there was a second dark match, the American Males, which was Scotty Riggs and Marcus Alexander Bagwell before he became Buff Bagwell, faced off against the Blue Bloods, which was Sir Lord Stephen Regal and the Earl of Eaton, Robert Eaton, a beautiful Bobby Eaton. Riggs pinned Eaton. And these were the matches that were held on Starrcade 1995 pay-per-view, which was called by Tony Schiavone, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. The first match was Houston Thunder Liger facing off against Chris Benoit. Liger was with Sonny Ono, and this was a competitive match. Ending had Kevin Sullivan distract Chris Benoit, and that got Liger to do the Hurricane Rana and pin Benoit for the 1-2-3. So New Japan is up 1-0. The next match was Koji Kawamoto facing off against Das Wonder Kid Alex Wright. And Kawamoto pinned Alex Wright So New Japan is up 2-0 in the series. The next match was the total package Lex Luger with the mouth of himself Jimmy Hart facing off against Matthew Chono with Sonny Ono. This was a back and forth match. Luger gets the torture rack on Chono, and Chono submits. And now it's New Japan 2, WCW 1. The next match was Johnny B. Bad, the television champion, with Kimberly against Mr. Saito with Sonny Ono, but the WCW television title was not on the line. It was a decent match. Johnny B. Bad won by disqualification when Mr. Saito threw him over the top rope. That's an automatic disqualification. The next match, so WCW and New Japan are tied 2-2. The next match was Otani with Sonny Ono facing off against Eddie Guerrero. I lie, I cheat, I steal. And it was a decent match. It was near falls. Ending had Otani roll up Eddie Guerrero for the 1-2-3. So New Japan is up 3-2 in the best of 7 series. The next match was WCW World Champion Macho Man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, in a non-title match facing off against Tenzon with Sonny Ono. The ending had Randy Savage go up to the top rope to deliver the flying elbow for the 1-2-3, and New Japan 3, WCW 3. And the 7th and final match to decide who wins this tournament, the best of 7 series, it was Sting facing off against Kensuke Sasaki, the reigning U.S. champion, in a non-title match. Kensuke Sasaki was with Sonny Ono. Sting put the Scorpion Deathlock on Sasaki, and he tapped out. And WCW wins the series 4-3, and they have all of the wrestlers from WCW in the ring, and they lift up the trophy. And then the next match was a triple threat match for the WCW World for the right to face off against Randy Savage, the WCW World Championship. It was Nature Boy Ric Flair facing off against Sting, facing off against Lex Luger. And this was a awesome triple threat match. It was mainly Sting and Luger double teaming on Flair, but some Sting and Luger were like kind of beating each other up a little bit. And Flair was the heel, Sting was the babyface, and Lex Luger was the tweener, back and forth between face and heel. Ending of this match, Ric Flair threw both Sting and Luger outside the ring, and the referee counted all of them out. Ric Flair rolled back, and Ric Flair wins the match, and he faces off against Randy Savage for the WCW World Championship. That was the last match on this pay-per-view. It was Randy Macho Man Savage, the reigning WCW World Champion, facing off against Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Nature Boy Ric Flair had Jimmy Hart in his corner, and it was a lot of smodge podge, back and forth. Referee got Jimmy Hart distracted the referee, and then the 4 Horsemen came down: Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, and Flying Brian Pillman, or he was a loose cannon. And they distracted Savage, and Ric Flair beats him, pins Randy Macho Man Savage 1-2-3 to win the WCW World Championship for the 13th time. And then there was one other dark match after the pay-per-view. It was the one-man game facing off against the United States champion Kensuke Sasaki. The one-man game delivered a 747 splash to Kensuke Sasaki to win the U.S. championship, but they restarted the match, and Kensuke Sasaki beat the one-man game. But they gave the U.S. title to the one-man game because they showed it a couple weeks later on WCW Saturday Night. The one-man game giving a splash to Kensuke Sasaki. And this Starrcade pay-per-view was kind of another one that was mediocre at best. It was a C, in my opinion, having kind of a gimmick Starrcade with the best of 7 series between WCW and New Japan was kind of awful, and having the Ric Flair Sting Lex Luger triple threat match and Ric Flair winning the WCW championship saved this from being a failure, because Starrcade was the biggest pay-per-view in WCW's calendar year. This is when all the feuds culminated, but not to have a gimmick tournament. It was the fifth time in 7 Starrcade years that they had some sort of a gimmick for Starrcade, and that was the end of having the gimmick thing in Starrcade, which kind of almost destroyed Starrcade concept. And the next Starrcade I will reveal will be Starrcade 1996. 2 more video blogs coming your way today. One will be about the preview of the 2016 Stanley Cup Finals between Pittsburgh Penguins and San Jose Sharks. And third and final video blog of the night will be about the former website tvgameshows.net, also the Game Show Convention Center, ran by Steve Beverly. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Ben guy. Wally Rose Blood, WCCOX, and has nice legs. Elizabeth, that's also stunning. She's the best. Amy Swansea is cute. Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has that sweet southern accent. And Linda Church is such a cougar, and she has nice legs. Bye. And Sean Lucia says, get out!